Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at tablemon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are starting our coverage of the post-rotation format, leading with the Future Box deck. Now this is a true Future Box deck. It has not all but most of the future Pokemon available to it. As usual, this list is starting with my testing. Alright, I was just in Vancouver, I was playing there, and we are now fully immersed. I've been playing a little bit of post-rotation. This is a brand new build that showed up at Sea Leagues, which I really liked. So this is, we're gonna see it in action. Has triple Miraidon, it's the best start in the deck. Usually most lists had been running 2, I really like 3, because in some matchups you might want like back-to-back Miraidons in some cases. It's easier to start with as well, so I like the 3. 3 Iron Crown as well. 3 is usually the maximum number you want on the bench. If you price 1, that's usually fine. And you also have Iron Valiant. Iron Valiant is here now with the 4 switch cards. I think that fixes 2 problems that deck used to have, like that little bit of extra damage, sometimes something you don't quite get the knockout, and then it's really hard to chase things with only 2 counter catcher and 1 boss and bundle. Therefore Iron Valiant lets you pick things off, or it helps you fix the math a little bit in the beginning to make sure that you can amp you very much or arm press for knockouts, and that combines really well with Switch Cart. And why does this fix 2 problems? The second problem was the Snorlax matchup with only Future Booster Energy Capsule as a way to retreat or to give yourself a retreat cost. Your opponent went counter catcher on an Iron Crown with a Snorlax and it was immediately game over pretty much. But now with 4 switch cards, you're going to be able to apply pressure, switch card, amp you very much, switch card, amp press, switch card, apply pressure, right? So I think this is an adaptation to how Snorlax is very powerful, and therefore the switch cards will help the deck overcome that. And then of course we have the main attraction, the Iron Hands in the deck. Very powerful Pokemon, amp you very much, such a strong attack. Arm press, thanks to Iron Crown, now reaches for some really good numbers, so a very good card to have access to, and it's the main focus of the deck. Only 2 copies is what I'm a little questionable. I like in the games you'll see I try to like the answer to having a 3rd Iron Hands, which sometimes you need, is Super Rod. You might not always need it. Iron Leaves usually covers really nicely as an attacker. Mew EX can also help cover as an attacker. So Super Rod gives you that flexibility of the energies and whatnot. Super Rod could become the 3rd Iron Hands. Not quite sure yet. I really miss the 3rd Iron Hands in the games you're about to watch. And then Iron Leaves, an answer to Charizard. A lot of decks were playing Iron Leaves and not playing the generators and just relying on EX features and whatnot. I think generators are a necessity, and Iron Leaves is really good to help deal with Charizard EX decks, which of course seem to be enemy number 1 in the current format. Then we have Iron Bundle as a way to send something to the bench, give yourself that flexibility, maybe finish a game at the end, amp you very much, with a searchable way to affect your opponent's active Pokemon. Mew EX helps with those late game Ionos and can be an attacker as well, which is really nice. And then Radiant Greninja is just a little bit of extra consistency. Radiant Greninja, very few ways to get it with the 2 Nest Balls, so that's the 1 card as well that I'm like, maybe that's not quite necessary. That could become the 3rd Iron Hands. Now, supporters wise, we have 4 Iono, 3 Arven to research, and 1 Boss's Orders. A lot of variety, a lot of consistency. And 4 Iono just really helps disrupt whatever it is that your opponent's doing. Then we have 4 switch cards that I mentioned, very good against Snorlax, very good to combine with Iron Valiant, give you that little bit of extra oomph. And then sometimes healing damage can matter, right? Especially Lost Boxes being quite popular here, and that way you can get Iron Hands out of range of a 2-hit KO from Sableye plus Cramorant or back-to-back Sableyes. Healing 30 damage is actually very impactful. Generators to power up Iron Hands, counter catcher to target down stuff once your Miraidon goes down, 2 Nest Ball to help search along the non-future Pokemon along with the Techno Raiders, the Super Rod for recovery, and then Reboot Pod. Reboot Pod, I'm not a big fan of the card. I feel like with the Heavy Batons to keep energy in play, with the Electric Generators, you usually have enough going to where you can close out a game. I really missed not having Prime Catcher. I definitely need to test with the list more, but my instinct tells me that Prime Catcher is probably a better choice in this particular deck. And then 3 Future Booster Energy Capsule, boost your damage output and also give yourself free treat cost with anything you have in the active. And then Heavy Baton to conserve the 14 energies that we have total in the deck to make sure that we are attacking with the right Pokemon at the right time. Third grass, something I would maybe consider just because Iron Leaves is a pretty good attacker and Charizard will be very popular, but perhaps 2 is just enough. It just doesn't give you much room for, or any room rather, for pricing issues against Charizard. And if you do switch the Reboot Pod to Prime Catcher, I would definitely advise the third grass energy. But let's jump into some games, see the deck in action. If you want to support the channel, you can use code tablemon to get 5% off at Potent Store for your online codes, 10% off for your sealed product at Flipside Gaming, and 10% off on your aluminum accessories at TC Evolutions. Or if you're looking to buy singles or sleeves, you can fill up your cart and close the tab, then click on the affiliate link in the description and check out. That way you can support the channel over at TCG Player, Card Market, and Dragon Shield. ¿Eres de México y necesitas cartas de Pokémon? Busca Hyperbeam Cards en Facebook e Instagram. Y si estás en Tijuana, búscalos en el local C27 en el Centro Comercial Otay. Alrighty, so pretty decent start. I'm just gonna go with a Miraidon. Mew, bench space management, very, very important. Now we do end up going second against the Ancient box. So Future versus Ancient. Not sure I'm gonna need too many counter catchers. I'm just gonna go for my full setup right here. And yeah, a lot of variety in this Future Box deck. Now, I kind of want to keep the energy available, but I also think it could be important. There is a chance my Miraidon goes down. So maybe I do this, just have the backup Iron Hands. Bench this. It does open up a little bit of like the prize decisions in terms of they could go knockout Miraidon, and then 2Vs or 2EXs, sorry, instead of a 1-2 or so. Force them to go 1-2-2. Don't think it's the biggest deal, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if they can even attack right now. And that's usually one of the problems I've run with Ancient Box when it hasn't worked out well for me is the early game. Yeah, like the longer the game goes on, the stronger the deck becomes, but the early game just feels a little awkward for sure. Now we're gonna see the Explorer's Guidance, but in order to get an attack, they need a Wait to Switch, a Dark Patch, an Energy Attachment, and Energy in the discard pile. That's a big ask of the top 6 cards of your deck. And yeah, no energies discarded. There's 2 Ancient cards discarded so far. 1 Switch card did also get discarded. Earthen Vessel gonna discard Booster Capsule, so not really a big deal so far. And no increase in HP means we're gonna be able to amp you very much for prizes. I think as long as you focus on denying energy, that's all you really need. Playing Pokestop, playing Palpat into Pokestop doesn't seem like a great choice of sequencing, in my opinion. But hey, who am I to judge, right? Like, probably want a Pokestop, and then once your deck has 3 cards less that are not supporters, then you go ahead and Palpat and then Pokegear. But you already played a supporter, so there's no reason to Pokegear right here. Questionable decisions all around, but we're just gonna focus on our game. Going first definitely feels very underwhelming with this deck. We'll see what happens. We're just gonna power up Iron Hands and go from there. Like I said, like my opponent right now doesn't even threaten. Oh no, now they do threaten knockout. Never mind. All right. The Psychic, could that be good somewhere? I kind of don't want to play the Iono, honestly. I know my opponent does have the Stylus Vitality in hand, but attaching a Fighting doesn't really help them. So I think I'm just going to power up here and forego the Iono just to make sure that I complicate things as much as possible for my opponent. It would be lovely to find a Reboot Pod or an Electric Generator that hits next turn, so I can amp you very much and get 2 prizes instead of just 1. But I mean, if I'm knocking out Pokemon and attackers, that's all I can ask for, really. Just getting consistent knockouts each and every turn. Okay, concealed cards away the darkness, so we'll be able to take a knockout here. Now, if they don't power up through if they don't have the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, I think I'm going to try and find a second Iron Crown and then just pop the Roaring Moon this turn with my Miraidon, get more energy into play. They do find it, however. So now that thing has 200 HP, which might force me to go into the Iron Hands. However, their follow-up, which is Miraidon, cannot 1-KO Iron Hands, so that's sort of good. Ooh, Ancient Drum, that's going to be really good for them. That is actually a very big deal. Yeah, this new Ace Pick card. Wow, Ace Picks look horrible. What is this texture? Okay, and they're actually gonna switch and heal. Not too bad. Yeah. Definitely not too bad. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's gonna be 8. So now Vengeance Fletching is doing 150. So they are getting close. They are getting close to the one shot here. Alright, I'm still gonna promote the... Well, you know what? I think I should promote the Iron... No, I need to... What if I don't find a way to switch? That's the issue, right? Yeah, I'll promote Miraidon because I might just need to power up this turn. Alright, however... Can I do enough damage? Like, getting 1 prize card here would be pretty good. So, you know what? I'm gonna bring up a Roaring Moon, which might not be easy for my opponent to... I'm just gonna risk not getting an energy. This might not be easy for my opponent to actually power up next turn of a 5-card hand. I do find a switching card. I do not find much else though, so let's try the Pokestop. Well, that was not a good Pokestop at all. Alrighty then. I'm gonna go double Iron Crown just to do a little bit more damage, and then we're gonna get energy into play. We're gonna go... We don't have a way to guarantee energy next turn, however... Alright, I'm gonna go Grass here and then Lightning here. I can Arven for the A-Spec or even a Generator if it comes to that. Can also try my hand at using Pokestop again as well. Getting energy down on multiple Pokemon would be pretty, or potentially very helpful, along with getting the Heavy Baton as well, so that could be my play. And then, yeah, so how many ancient cards? 1, 2, 3. Alright, 2 more. Well, 1 more right there. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's going to be 11. So, getting close. Definitely getting close. Earthen Vessel away the Ultra Ball for double darkness. They might already have the Professor Sada. Concealed cards, 1 darkness to the discard pile. Do they have a way to switch? Do they already have the Sada? They do attach and they do Sada. So doing things in the wrong order, but they are getting somewhere. And yeah, the fact that I wasn't able to go F you very much this turn is a pretty big deal. Now they're going to be ahead 2 prizes, and that is potentially a problem. Doing 170 to this friend is also going to be a problem with amp you very much to knock it out. Okay, they do get this Slitherwing, which is fighting type. That's also going to be a problem. They're only down 2 Professor Stardust. And I just lost 2 Iono, so I can't even Iono them. Alright. That retreat I mean, I guess it's fine. I would have just taken the KO with this and saved the Dark Patch, and then you have 3 Roaring Moons, which is the ideal, but to each their own. Alright. Is there a universe where I can knock out this Roaring Moon? I don't think there is. Alright. I went in 3 turns, they went in 2. Damn. Alright, I want to bench the Greninja. I think I'm just gonna research now. Well, just losing both Ionos is so bad. Because now I can't do anything about their hand and they're just gonna Sada again and that's it. Right, so, alright, so let's just go research. I do not find energy. Which is, of course, not great at all. Did not find energy, did have the Reboot Pod, so I guess that's on me. Yeah. I might not even be able to watch this turn. Because I don't have an energy. And without energy, this deck does not work. Alright, double generators. I only have 1 lightning in my deck, so this is so silly though. Alright, 2 lightning, nice. Alright, so I mean I will be able to amp you very much. Definitely not the best way to accomplish it. I can't believe I didn't find 1 energy to just attach. It is what it is. Not the biggest of deals. I definitely don't think I'm winning this game whatsoever. So, thank you very much. Get the KO. And then they come back and knock me out. And then I knock them out. And then it comes down to, can they power up the Slitherwing or another Roaring Moon? If I could disrupt them, the answer would probably be no. However, it's just, I lost both of those Ionos, so that's tough luck. Earthen Vessel. Yeah, they're just going to do so much damage. They're going to attach to the active. They're going to have 2 Pokemon powered up. I have no single prizer available. So unless they just don't have any more darkness, which would be very odd. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I mean, they did fail the Vessel. But there's the Sada. So now they have 2 attackers powered up. I cannot KO both. Nothing survives the hit anymore, and they have the Slitherwing available as well as an extra attacker for my Iron Hand, so on to the next one. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and concede here. We didn't get the Turbo start we needed. Alright, on to the next game. Now we are up against Lugia, who mulliganed 3 times. Not gonna complain about that. Now we are going second as well. No Miraidon in sight though, so I could end up whiffing that first turn attack. Despite the 3 mulligans, no Nest Ball, no Radar, no Arven. So yeah, ooh, and there's even a chance I dunk right here. Alright, well, can't really research all of this, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, can I get the dunk here? I'm gonna guess no. The answer is no. I am 20 damage away. Because I do not have our good friend, the Iron Crown. So we're just gonna power up, take it chill, and get 2 of those lightnings. You know what? I mean, I could power up the Miraidon itself, but nah, that doesn't seem worth it. Alright, let's keep the lightnings in the deck for possible electric generators. This is still fine. Obviously, I would have liked to win on turn 1. Also, part of me doesn't want to win on turn 1, so we're good. Yeah, we are good. I did also give my opponent a fresh new hand, so it's like they're delayed a turn. Not the biggest of deals, most likely. Now they can call for family, now they can bench Lugia and whatnot, so they can discard Archeops as well, so they're gonna be in for a good time now. Alrighty. Discarding 1 Archeops and 1 double turbo. Double turbo definitely doesn't really help them too much in this matchup to KO any of the EXs on the bench. They cannot KO Iron Hands unless they play something like Vitality Band, but they also cannot KO Iron Crown if they have a double turbo on Lugia, so it makes sense to discard the double turbo right there. Alright, so we do see the call for family. Doesn't bother getting another Lugia though. So if I had Switch Boss, that would be immediate game over. Alright. We're definitely gonna need to use Mew here, so gonna need to search for that friend. Oh, yep. I do have my Iron Crown. I priced my Iron Valiant. Iron Valiant would have been really nice here if I somehow drew into it, right? In order to be able to... Oh, why did I grab the Heavy Baton? That was so dumb. Geez, that was actually really bad. I thought I didn't have a Heavy Baton already on the Iron Hands. Iron Crown would have been really nice if I was able to like get the 2 damage counters for something else and then attack into something else. But this is still perfectly okay. I'm not gonna bother with the generator. We're gonna power up the Iron Hands anyway, so there's really no point. Don't think I'll be needing Iron Leaves. Alright, I'll do one of each just in case I need to arm press with the Iron Hands. And so far so good. Yeah, we're ahead. 1 prize card. My opponent could maybe get 2 prize cards this upcoming turn, but Iron Hands then starts doing its thing. It can even KO Snorlax for 2 prizes. So as long as the ideal scenario here is getting another Iron Crown established and then getting another Iron Hands to transfer the energy to in case the active goes down, which it very likely will. So there's a second Arceus hitting the discard pile. The Minccino certainly annoying. So if they can boss KO the Mew, for example, that would actually be very problematic. Potentially very problematic. So we'll see. I really messed up with that baton though. Should have either failed it or just grabbed something else. They are powering up with no double turbo, so I have a feeling they're gonna have the boss. I kinda have the feeling they're gonna have the boss's orders here. To knock out the Mew. No, okay, so interesting decision to not use another double turbo. They might have a lot of them priced. Honestly, not sure why you wouldn't do that, but not going to complain. All right, I need a way to find a second Iron Crown. Shouldn't be too hard, right? All right, perfect. Perfect. Not only do I find another Iron Crown, I also find another Iron Hands, which is definitely what I need right here. All right, so let's just bench everyone. It's going to attach this. We get to restart for 2. Now Amp You Very Much is doing 160, which is perfect. Not behind in price cards, not the biggest deal. And there we go, Amp You Very Much. So we're tied in prizes. I take 2, they can take 2, and then I take 2, and then they take 2, and then I take 1 more, right? Getting that last one could be problematic if they manage to KO Iron Hands. But right now they only have 1 Minccino, or Cinccino rather. So they need to bench another one and have that ready. If they do that though, I will need to have something else ready to get that last prize card. So I'm not out of the woods yet, that's for sure. This special energy, yes. I'm definitely not out of the woods yet. Unless... yeah, I have Reboot Pod here. This is, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is a list from Japan. So they're playing their different lists. I personally haven't been liking Reboot Pod too much. I do think Prime Catcher is just like an overall stronger card, especially with only 1 boss in this list. I just feel like Prime Catcher, like I would have a game with Prime Catcher this upcoming turn. Transfer the energy to Iron Hands, and then Amp You Very Much to Lugia, and that's GG. But now that's going to be a lot more difficult, especially because I put this Heavy Baton on the Iron Crown, so that was not a fantastic, not the best idea I've had. All right, fails the Ultra Ball. All right, I was gonna say if they don't have another Minccino, they're in trouble. They do. However, what? I mean, I guess you're just wasting the card. That's the purpose, I imagine. But now the Heavy Baton, now I don't rely on. Yeah, that was not. All right. Do I have another Iron Hands to start? I don't. All right, so that is a problem. So if I use Super Rod, I do not have a way to find the Iron Hands. So that's a problem. I will be able to Reboot Pod. So I think it's gonna have to be, I mean, it should be a Techno Radar, right? To discard. And then, I mean, I can just win with any other friend. And if Lugia is attacking, which it shouldn't be, I can just, right, I'm definitely not gonna be playing Counter Catcher. That's 100% the least useful card. All right, yeah, I can transfer all the energies to the Miraidon. And that's good enough, right? I'm gonna keep this in case they try to stall with boss for whatever reason. Don't need to do more damage. Lugia can KO me, and if they use Minccino, then Miraidon can just Oh, I shouldn't have to. Oh, there it is. Never mind. All right, I'm just gonna do this and do the energy just in case. With the Iron Crown, I can just knock out Minccino for 120. So thank you very much. This should be fine. And in case they get rid of my tool card, if not, then I just transfer all the energy to Miraidon. And the only way they can one-shot Iron Hands, because it has 230 HP, is a Minccino. However, they immediately promote the Lugia, so do they actually have a Vitality Band? Honestly, if this is a problem matchup, if this is something that's going to be very popular, I wouldn't fault my opponent for having a Vitality Band, honestly. I really wouldn't. And that's where the good old Iron Bundle could end up making a difference. Why can't I click on the Iron Bundle? There we go. Yeah, the Hyperblower ability means I can always knock out something on the bench with the Miraidon after I transfer the energy. So we're in a good spot. Yeah, we should be able to win this. I have game on board. I really want to see the Vitality Band or the Defiance Band. Please. Please show me the Vitality Band or the Defiance Band. Please. Okay, no, they're just gonna Iono. Maybe they're forgetting. Maybe I'm forgetting. 220. Minccino. That's who they should have powered up. And yep, there's a concession. So yeah, definitely not a great spot. We were able to keep up. My opponent didn't get that 2-price turn with the boss in the early game, and that allowed us to close out the game. Let's do one more. All right, so we lost a coin flip, and now we're going first ourselves. So we'll see what we are up against. Pretty decent hand for sure. If we get lucky with a generator, I might not even bother attacking with Miraidon, and I could threaten Iron Hands on turn 2, so that's pretty nice. Ooh, and we are up against the mirror match, so not too shabby. All right, so there's the Iron Hands. I think I should play the generators now. Fail the first one, all right. And fail the second one. All right, cool. Basically the same cards. Jeez. This is obviously not great. Can my opponent deal 110 damage? I mean, I guess I have to hope they can't, right? So yeah, let's just play to that. Yeah, let's just hope. I can't do much else. Now, in case they don't get the KO, which I think is extremely likely. All right, at least we're even on generators. So I actually played in Vancouver this past weekend, and I played against the same Miraidon player twice. Fantastic player, did not commit like a single mistake or anything. And it also helped that they were able to find, like they basically hit 2 energies off of 90% of their generators, just like it just happened right there. So that was very impressive, very frustrating as well to an extent. It is what it is. The matchup is definitely not great if they have Spiritomb and if you don't have the tools, which I didn't have in my Roaring Moon deck, so to be expected, I guess. All right, so, ooh, interesting. They go for the Psychic onto the Iron Crown. All right, well, I am also 10 damage off. So there's no point, right? I might as well just go for the Mew EX. To try and do something. It's just not looking good at all. All right. So let's go for the Mew. And then let's go Heavy Baton here. Future Booster Capsule here. All right, now there's no humanly possible way for me to pull this off. All right. I mean, this could mess with them a little bit. There's no point in attacking them right now. There really is just absolutely no point. I'm also not getting an energy this turn, which is really, really bad. All right, so just 60 and power up the Iron Hands, but losing the Queen Flip is already a big disadvantage. And then my energy acceleration is, or my acceleration has been Arven into Arven. Theirs is research away to Iono, so not quite the even match we are all hoping for, but it is what it is. This card's price seems to have gone up ridiculous amounts in real life. I don't really know why. I mean, apparently the cards in Temporal Forces are a little bit harder to pull than regular versions of the cards, but I don't know. All right, yeah, they do have the Arven. Okay, Arven does mean, well, they haven't attached energy. You're gonna get the tool to be able to retreat. Do they go for a generator? Maybe they don't have an energy and they only take 1 prize card. That would actually be insane. Yeah, they go for the generator to try and hit that missing energy so that they can amp you very much, get 2 prize cards. Oh, and they grab the Heavy Baton though. Not the... Oh, they pass. What? Was that a misplay? Oh my. Okay, I am absolutely not complaining here. Can I amp you very much? It's not enough damage. Wow, okay. What a turn of events here. Alright, the Heavy Baton, obviously very good. If I could knock out this Iron Crown, that would be insane. I guess I could have, if I really wanted to. Dang. Yeah, that was yeah, I just misplayed. I just misplayed quite badly. Yeah, big misplay. I should have just grabbed the generator possibly. All right, just gonna roll with this. We're gonna bench the Valiant, bench the hands, bench the crown, attach that there, play the Super Rod, and then restart for 3. 1 lightning energy. Oh, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I mean, yeah, I probably should have just gone for it. Right? I really should have. I really should have just gone for it. Alright, it is what it is. Okay, so... I mean, my opponent did Arven and pass and got rid of our research off the radar. So, can they retreat now? They play a generator. They hit at least 1. too. Okay. Cool. Very normal stuff. Attached to the bench and researches. So this is where it's gonna get dicey. Yep, finds a thing. Oh, my opponent misplayed so bad last turn, and then I misplayed. I should have just gone for the KO. And then only 140 as well. So there's no way I'm gonna be able to do enough damage. And then I lost my counter catcher. Yeah, things are just not looking good. All right. Well, it is what it is. Okay. I mean, the Iono could maybe help. Just gonna do this. Then I'm gonna Switch Cart. How much damage is arm press? 160, 180, 180 only. Yikes. And they're doing 220. So alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Place the damage right here. So my win condition could be 3-3. Prizes. I'm gonna restart for 1. Okay, Psychic can go. I want my other Iron Crown. And then sure, I'll grab you. Wait, no, never mind. This is now enough, right? So it's knockout and then hope they can't knock me out. They would need another tool. They also only have, well, no, the energies are gonna get transferred, never mind. Oh, but there's a counter catcher. I think that's definitely my play. If I go counter catcher, amp you very much, the Iron Crown. I mean, amp you very much doesn't change much at all, but it takes away 1 Iron Crown, making it a little bit harder, right? Or does it? Maybe they just need the same cards. Yeah, I think they actually need the same cards. So I'm gonna keep the counter catcher instead, just in case. There's not gonna be too many opportunities to use it though. I'm really torn because if I take 3 prizes now, I can't take 3 prizes next turn. Because how much damage is Amp very much doing? 160, 180, 200. I mean, I have 20 more on the active, but I still need 2 more turns. Nah, I think I'm just gonna KO this. Yep, I'm just gonna. Oh wait, I don't have knockout. All right, never mind. I will amp you. I need to take a knockout this turn, so I'm just gonna amp you very much here and take 3 prizes and take away one free training resource. By taking 3, they can't just try to attack with this or manipulate the prizes with that. I have a backup Iono. We'll see. Do Nest Ball, so they have to back up Iron Crown. They just go for Miraidon though, so they're not gonna KO my Iron Hands this turn. And I can knock them out next turn, which is huge. Yeah. Gift energy to the benched Iron Hands. Is it just attack? Okay, they go research. That means no boss. They can't counter catch her. They could prime catch her. But if they just attack into me, this is where things turn around, thanks to a Switch Cart, thanks to the Iron Valiant. Yeah, so that little bit of extra damage counters here and there can matter. Yeah, it absolutely can matter. I think we have this. I think we might have this. It's going to be close though. It's going to be quite close because knocking out the next Iron Hands is actually not going to be necessarily easy. But yeah, there we go. No KO. Very good. All right, we're gonna go switch cards. Now I'm doing 200 with arm press, which is fabulous, right? Absolutely fabulous. We're gonna go ahead and attach the grass energy as well. We have Reboot Pod, we have Arven. I could Iono them as well. Then I lose. All these cards are so good. They are down quite a few Ionos, right? 2 of them. Down all for research. Wow, that's insane. I think I should Arven. Yeah, because there's a solid chance they just... you know what? But I'm not going to grab the Techno Radar. I'm just going to grab a Generator. Yeah, both of these cards help me thin. If I get Iono'd, then those cards are still available in my deck. And I hit 2 energies. That's great. That now I'm even protected from a Heavy Baton play, which is great. Let's attach this here. Sure. Reboot Pod. Getting more energy doesn't seem worth it right about now. So let's just take the KO. You know, they can amp you very much all they want. They're only getting 3 prizes. And then my play might generally be Iron Leaves or Iron Bundle to knock something out that's in range. That is not the Iron Hands, because the Iron Hands right now is not in range. I do have another Iron Crown though, so with another Iron Crown, it would be in range. So I guess if you're my opponent and you see these many energies, if you have a Lost Vacuum, you go after the other Iron Hands. Okay, they go after an Iron Crown, which I have a Switch Card in my hand, so... And they don't even KO the Iron Hands, so that's game, right? Yeah, that's game. That is game. That's not a KO, friend. That is not a KO, and you're not gonna stall me enough turns. Alrighty, perfect. So we're gonna do this, get the 2 damage counters going on the active. Please do not concede. Please do not concede. Oh my gosh, what the heck did I just do? Whoops, that's a misclick. Oh my god. Alright, doesn't matter, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Whoopsies. Oh, and this Iron... Oh, I already retreated. Alright. Oh my gosh. I messed this up. I can't believe I just did this. I can't believe I just misclicked the retreat. Alright, don't panic everyone. We're just gonna find the Switch card. It's fine. There's the Switch card. Whoops. That's my bad. That was 100% a misclick and nothing else. That was the excitement getting to me. We won the game. All good. Whoopsies. All right. Yeah, I mean, we were able to stall them for a turn. They were not able to stall us for a turn. And they had the opportunity to grab the tool and retreat and attack. They went for the Heavy Baton. Misplay or not, I'm not sure. Could have been a misclick as well. Maybe the game wasn't letting them choose the card. I don't know, but this deck is a real deal. This deck is very powerful. It's also very fragile in many ways, but it definitely has a lot of staying power. So let me know how your testing goes. Welcome back to gameplay videos, and we're gonna make sure to keep these up for the upcoming future in the lead up to EUIC. Thank you very much, and until next time. Bye.